So get this, in 2005, about 7.4% of couples in the US couldn't have a baby, and it's predicted to increase as high as 15%, especially in industrialized countries. So one has to consider, is the increasing amount of EMF radiation affecting male fertility? The studies say yes. Because the testes are more exposed and don't get as much blood flow, the impact of EMF exposure on sperm has been subject of several studies, which have found some cause for concern in these areas. Lower potency, so reduced sperm count, sperm motility, significantly less swimmers, and DNA fragmentation, increased instances of abnormal DNA within the sperm. And these changes happen with only 5 hours of direct cell phone exposure. And with many of us guys carrying our phones in our pockets all day, every day, who knows what the long-term effects are going to be? We're basically all subjects in one big experiment. We use outdated standards, they haven't really changed since 1996, that dictate how technology today is made to be quote-unquote safe. The phone industry is big business. It took decades for big tobacco companies to fess up that smoking was incredibly bad for our health. Just check out these ads from the 1950s and 1960s. You're not going to believe it. Ah, okay. Smoking is so healthy for you and your baby. Wow. Just wow. It seems ridiculous that such blatant lies would be allowed. Really, we're not too far off with EMF. This ad might look something more like this today. Commercials are geared to get us more dependent on our phones. Advertisements from the 90s show people holding their phones right up against their heads, but chances are you won't see that in today's commercials. Phone companies are being extra careful. Even the owner's manual warns to never place the phone directly in contact with your body. Oh, but phones are so convenient, and dare I say a necessity for most of us today. Well, don't worry, you won't need to do anything drastic like trashing your phone or wrapping your head in foil. All you need to do is make some simple, mindful adjustments to lower your exposure and improve your overall fertility and health. So let's do this, let's protect ourselves. If you're struggling to conceive, please seriously consider what you're about to learn and guard your reproductive organs. Gotta protect those jewels, guys. Your posterity will thank you. So if you're not sure what EMF radiation is, well, here's the skinny to get you up to speed. EMF is a type of radiation, and they're invisible electromagnetic rays that they're emitted by all digital devices that transmit a wireless signal. We live around hundreds of devices emitting low levels of radiation all day, every day. All those low levels add up to become a much higher level of EMF radiation, which is a serious health risk for many of us. And while it's not impossible for a couple to conceive facing these struggles, it makes it much more difficult and can lead to increased occurrences of in vitro failure and miscarriage. So here's some tips to avoid EMF radiation-related fertility problems. Keep in mind that there are other health risks associated with EMF radiation, ranging from poor sleep to cancer. And though these tips are specifically tailored to protect male fertility, they will help in these other aspects as well. Overall, if you remember to go with wired rather than wireless and create distance or a barrier whenever possible, you'll see a major reduction in your EMF exposure. And to give you an example, holding the phone 10 inches away from you reduces your exposure by 10,000-fold. And that's why it's so important to be mindful of placement, your placement and where you put the devices. It's really amazing how much EMF reduces the further away you are. So where you put your phone makes a huge difference. If you're always putting your phone in your front pocket or holding your phone on or near your lap when you text or game, you are in the danger zone. So here's some cell phone tips. Purchase an inexpensive EMF radiation shielded cell phone case or sleeve. Carry your phone in your backpack or your man purse. We'll call it a handbag. Put your phone in airplane mode. That goes for Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Turn them off when your phone is not in use. And here's some laptop tips. Even though it's called a laptop, guys, don't ever set it directly on your lap. Here's what else you can do. Purchase a radiation protection pad for your laptop. Sit at a desk or a table. And turn Wi-Fi and Bluetooth off on your computer when you're not using them. And like I said before, distance is your friend. Be creative and find ways to create distance between you and your computer. And why not just go wired? Whenever possible, use a wired internet connection. In general, stay away from Wi-Fi and Bluetooth wherever you can. Some are switching completely to wired. Wired internet is not only faster and more secure, but it emits much less EMF radiation than Wi-Fi. And at first it's going to be a little inconvenient. So to make the change, you have to remember your why. Why are you doing this? Remember, it's improving your fertility and your long-term health. With time, you won't even miss your wireless days, and chances are, you'll notice some added benefits by not having your cell phone with you all the time. For added protection, you can wear EMF blocking underwear. The fabric is infused with silver, which neutralizes much of the EMF. They can be a little pricey, ranging from $40 to $100, but the extra protection can be worth it if you live in a high EMF environment. Just in recap, remember that your male reproductive organs are more exposed and susceptible to the effects of EMF radiation than other parts of your body. So reducing your overall exposure to EMF radiation is an important part of protecting yourself against EMF-related fertility issues. If you're a man having trouble in the baby-making arena and unsure of the cause, definitely consider the possibility that EMF is affecting your fertility. Reducing your exposure isn't always easy, but it's definitely worth it. And as a heads up, besides your testes, your eyes are also very susceptible to EMF, especially blue light. So be sure to wear EMF blocking glasses when staring at a screen for extended periods of time. Hey, and we're still pumping out lots of content. There's a lot on our site at emfsafefamily.com, and we'll be putting out a lot more. So if you like this and want to learn more, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to get all the notifications, and just stay tuned. Feel free to comment below if you have any questions. We'd love to be in touch and help you enjoy a happier, healthier family by reducing your EMF exposure.